This is a hilarious stroke confusing event altogether. Now, there's this artist who goes by the name of Kid D, and this is what happened. He decided to go for a performance, and this is how he looked.
He had been booked for a performance, yeah?
This is how he looked during the performance.
Look, really injured.
I am confused. As I said, it is hilarious at the same time confusing. This man can be seen with an IV drip. This man can be seen with bandages. This man is literally limping. You can see him limping during the performance. And I am just like, hang on, was this a skit? Was this a prop? Was this him just trying to create clout for himself? What's going on? This Ugandan artist actually was asked about it, and he said that the reason why he was in this state is because he'd gotten into an accident, but his promoters had already given him money for this performance, and because he couldn't afford to pay back the client or the promoter, he literally brought himself to the stage in that state and performed. Later on, he fell, and it obviously the performance ended weirdly, but at the end of the day, that is the state of things. And Turi and I were looking at each other like, hang on, is this clout chasing? And are these the levels to which we've gotten to? Or are promoters also doing a bit too much? Like, this man is clearly unwell. Well, at least he appears to be unwell. We're not sure whether it's clout. So let's speak on what we can see. He appears to be very unwell and in a debilitated state. And I don't understand what conscience would let you allow someone looking like that to hop onto a stage and perform.
Listen, kama nimekulipa deposit, utakuja. Utakuja. Because, let's be honest, it's not fair to the club to go through losses.
Okay.
And maybe it's not the first time we've gone through a loss.
Okay.
Because let's be honest, celebrities do the most sometimes.
Yep.
Somebody is going to be booked for a gig, and instead of showing up, they'll come up with an excuse. Have you not heard of where like in Mombasa, some Nigerian artist had come through and he had already been paid, and then he says there was something missing from his hotel room, so he's not going to come and perform? Or I don't know, just small petty things, especially when you feel like, you know, I'm big, okay? I am the giant of Africa. You know, like this small issues, and you want to be petty about it, and you want everybody to treat you like royalty. Like, sir, we paid you, okay? You work for us. We paid you to come do a service, so come and do it. Lakini, you all want to be treated like royalty. You want, you know, you want us to kiss the ground you walk on, and that's just not our reality. We just don't want to do that. We paid you so we can see you, so just come and do your thing. So maybe the club has been burnt a few times. They have booked a few artists who've actually gone chini ya maji, and it happens, unfortunately. It happens.
It really does.
How do you book them flights, they don't show up, or they show up and go somewhere else, and you don't know how to recover your losses? Are you going to sue them? And then you incur more costs. It's just a lot.
I mean, I understand what you mean, because some artists where they are divas, like they'll show up to the hotel room, decide, no, this is not the hotel room that I want, you have to move me, and their performance is in like 20 minutes. What do you mean? I have to start booking a whole new hotel for you, sir? What do you mean? Get on stage, perform for 30 minutes and decide, you know what, I'm done. And then let me tell you, artists can be a mess. They can be very, very much divas. But at the end of the day, like, these are different conditions. Like, I'm thinking about even Justin Bieber speaking about his case. Yes, he's cancelled so many events because of all of his health issues.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he still manages to cancel the events, you know, with all consequences considered, he still manages to be able to leave these events. And sometimes it gets so bad because they force issues. He starts a tour and then he has to stop mid-tour, or at least five performances in. The man is sick. He needs to go back home. For what reason? Just let these people recover. Unless it's a personal decision and they are literally on drugs and now they're being careless and reckless about how they're dealing with their performances and how they're dealing as artists, then that's different. But in a case where it's an actual health risk for him even to be there, imagine if this man, his drip is caught in the wires as he's trying to perform.
Business. I have a relative.
Now blood is squirting all over the place into the audiences, and everyone is looking at this god-awful situation where a man is bleeding out on stage basically because he
Then give back the deposit. If you're talking about conscience.
Give me time.
Niambie, yes, I cannot perform, take back your money. Here's your money back. But you want to keep the money and not perform and not even like put into plans. Let's say I will perform on a future date, so and so and so and so.
But
maybe you're not willing to do that.
We're not privy to the information that
Rudy
went on behind.
perform. Actually, Major, when he went to Australia, imagine he had gone to Australia to perform, for guys in diaspora and everything. And his voice gave out. Me, if I was the promoter, ungerudisha your pesa. I don't know what happened. Listen, I don't know what happened, because imagine I've booked you a flight. You've come all the way. You're a musician. You're an artist. You're going to perform. So you need to do prep. But what did you do last night? You went and drank with your buddies. You went and you were screaming all over. Because how did you lose your voice? How did you lose your voice?
You have no proof to it. These are all assumptions. You know what? I think we err on the side of caution and try and become a little bit more humane about how we deal with these things. Not just as promoters, but even because put it back in a situation where you've called this cleaning lady to come and clean for you. And then suddenly in the morning she tells you, by the way, my son is sick. I have to take him to hospital and I will call you when I can. And you had already paid them for that service.
Well,
in my mind, obviously, I'm trying to rationalize the fact that, okay, the child is sick, let them sort this out. But there is also that inkling of, am I also being duped? Did I just pay someone and then now they're not going to show up and now I have a dirty house which I have to clean myself or figure out how to clean?
Why are you telling my stories? Why are you exposing me?
No, but this has happened to a lot of people.